I came into New York Bay and found myself almost surrounded by cities, any one of which was far larger and grander than any I had seen in Europe. We passed close by the grand Statue of Liberty and saw in the distance the beautiful white bridge away up in the blue sky and the big buildings towering up like our own mountain peaks. I was almost prepared to see snow on their tops, though it was the summertime 9 years ago. My uncle had a friend who met us at Ellis Island and helped to get us quickly out of the vessel, and 10 hours after we had come into the bay, we were established in 2 rooms in the 3rd story of a brick house in Washington Street. Najib Diab, 1894. It was the mother colony, the first Arabic-speaking community in the United States, out of which Arab America was born. The immigrants who settled on New York's Lower West Side on Washington Street embraced their new cultural and social boundaries to becoming American. At the same time, they offered a bridge of understanding between East and West, between their new country and the old country. The political and cultural innovation that came out of the Syrian colony informed an emerging discourse on politics and identity that remains vital into the 21st century and foundational for any consideration of what it means to be Arab American. We're dedicated to educating the greater public about this early community through public events, community outreach, and partnerships with arts and educational organizations. We're now fundraising for our most ambitious and lasting arts and education initiative. In partnership with New York City's Percent for Art program, the Poetry in the Parks project will memorialize the profound literary output of the community's renowned Mahjar writers of Arabita, or the Pen League, which included Khalil Gibran, Mikhail Naimi, and Ilya Abu Madi, to name a few. As a permanent tribute to the Mahjar writers, the art memorial will lie in a public park in Lower Manhattan, immediately adjacent to the former Syrian quarter near Washington Street. A lasting tribute to New York's early Arabic-speaking community, artist Sarah Ohadu's design will set quotations from the writers in stone, tile, and stained glass that will be woven throughout the park, letting the poets speak for themselves.
It was all about building this bridge between the East and the West. And they did it in a beautiful way, and they left something that belongs to a unique culture. You can't avoid talking about them and the Arab world at that time. And it was about rising the Arab world in here, and then in the Arab world talking about what's happening in here. The responsibility we have here is huge, because what they did at that time is so unique that we are still learning actually from them.
غريبا من بلاد الشرق جئت، بعيدا عن حمى الأحباب عشت، اتخذت أمريكا وطنا عزيز، فكانت لي كأحسن ما اتخذت. أتاها للغنى غيري، أني كما جاءوا مع الأقدام جئت، ولكني طلبت بها حياة مع الحرية المثلى فنلت.